Well, hello, and welcome to this episode of Learn Everyday English, where we use words, phrases, and real life situations to help you learn and improve your English. Well, as you can see, this episode is a little bit different. I'm using some screen capture software, and I have on a headset on my head with a microphone, and I'm going to just talk about a hobby of mine, something that I really like to do. And rather than just record a video, because I wanted to show you some photographs, I thought this would be the best way to do this. So use this video as a listening comprehension exercise. And again, if you like these videos, hit the like button and subscribe. Hit the bell for notification and tell your friends about it. So let's get started. Well, today I just wanted to talk to you about a hobby, which is a passion of mine, which I really love to do, and that is photography. So I like to take pictures of a lot of different things, and I have a camera which is called a DSLR camera, and a camera has a lens on it, and I like to go out and take pictures. So I have set up a photography account here on a website called SmugMug, where I keep all my pictures, and the title of my this SmugMug account is called Gary Redor Photography. And as you can see, I have a lot of different folders on my page here with pictures from different subjects or themes or topic areas. Like here's a folder about we call astrophotography. Astrophotography is like photographing things that are in space or in the night sky, like the moon, maybe the sun, planets, something called galaxies. If I go on a trip somewhere, like I went to El Paso, Texas, I went on a trip and I took some pictures there. I play drums in we say a drumming group or ensemble, and the name of the group is called the Joy of Djembe Drumming, so I keep pictures there. I like to enter photography competitions, and I have my entries that I've submitted to the contests here. In June of last year, my wife and we took a trip to Yellowstone National Park and also Grand Tetons National Park. So I have the pictures from that trip. Here we go, Yellowstone. So within the Yellowstone folder, I have the different other subfolders, we call them. Like I took pictures of birds. Let me go back out to my main page, photography page. But again, I have other galleries. My favorite type of photography is wildlife photography. Wildlife, or like animals, could be birds, anything that you see out in nature. Could be deer, cows. But I really love bird photography, and also my specific type of photography for birds is called bird in flight photography, or birds that are flying. So that is what I really like to take pictures of, birds that are flying. So I've, pictures of people, pictures of flowers, pictures of people, landscapes, like scenery, animals. I went to a specific park, took pictures there. But I wanted to go through just instead of going through all these pictures, because I probably have thousands of pictures. As you can see, I have a lot of different folders about different themes and topics. I'm going to go over some pictures I have submitted for photography competitions. And I just like to do that. And it's just something fun. So here where I live, there is a Sam Houston Memorial Museum. Every year they have a photo contest, and I usually enter pictures every year. So the first time I entered was back in 2016, and I think they have 5 or 6 categories, and you can submit 2 photos per category. And I was relatively new to photography. I just started, so I entered and I got one award, and for this picture of a specific type of fly. This is called a robber fly, and it one was called Curator's Choice Award. A curator is like a person that manages or oversees a museum, and this person, I guess, gave out awards that she felt made that didn't win first, second, or third place, but she felt that had special qualities about them. And this picture is called a macro photograph. Macro means like it is close up. It is magnified, so you can see the fly is not this size. So it's called a macro photo. So let me go back, get out of there. So that was 2016. So in 2017, they had a competition, the same organization, and I submitted photos in that competition as well. And I did a little bit better. I won 3 awards. So here I won third place. And each, they have like 5 or 6 categories. In this category, one of the categories was called architecture. Architecture, it has to do with like buildings and structures and how they look. So I submitted this picture and won third place for that. I like the colors. It's like a real bright, say a bright color on this small house. This picture was in the category called open spaces, and it is a sunset picture, and I won Curator's Choice Award. And then there was an animals category, so I submitted this picture of this horse. Is called a gypsy cob horse. It's a specific type of horse. And I was very happy because this photo won first place, and also it won what's called best in show. So that means it was the best picture out of the whole or the entire competition, out of all the different categories. Each category has a first place, but best of show means it was the best of the best. So I was very happy to have won that award. So then in 2018, again, they had a photo competition here, and I entered as well. And I won, I guess, 5 awards. I won, there was a floral category, so I submitted this photo for floral, and I won second place for that. This is a kind of a close-up photo of a specific type of plant, and it has water droplets on it. So you can see second place for floral. They also had a category called museum grounds, which were photos taken on the, we say the grounds, or on the location where the museum is located at, the area. And this photo won third place. They also had a category for animals, and this photo won Curator's Choice Award. This is an egret, a specific type of bird, and this is the kind of the baby egret. And the bird has a beak. This is called the beak of the bird. The baby bird was grabbing the beak of its mother, and they were in a nest here. This is a picture. It was in the category for people, and it won a Curator's Choice Award. And this is my wife. We went to Sedona, Arizona. We were sitting on a rock, and she was in a meditative pose. The sun was behind her, so this type of photo is called a silhouette. A silhouette because her shape is dark. And so I thought that was kind of a cool photo. And also, I submitted this photo in the floral category as well, and it won first place. And again, this is a macro type photo because it's a close up of the detail of a flower. And that was 2018. And then also 2019, the Sam Houston Memorial Museum also had a photo contest, and again I submitted photos, and this time I just won two, but I'm okay with that. And I submitted this photo in the nature category, and it won third place, and this is a pigeon, and I like that because it was flying straight or directly at me, and I just like the way the face and the eyes and the detail of the bird. And then there's also a category called abstract. Abstract means something that is not like standard. It is a little different. It's a little bit, maybe a little bit odd or not usual. And this picture won first place, and this was taken at a museum in Houston. And I just like the way the perspective, we call it. My wife was walking down this corridor, and it was just a totally different, something you don't see, so that's why I guess it referred to as abstract. There were a couple other competitions. I belong to a photography club called the Woodlands Photography Club, and in 2018 we had a photo competition, and I submitted some photos for that. And again, I submitted there were categories called field trips, and I won third place again for this photo, which I had submitted. And then there's a category for new members, and there's a category called bokeh or bouquet, which means the background is blurred, as you can see here. This is a picture of a squirrel, and this won third place, so I was happy for that. But sometimes there's an expression in English, you don't win them all. So this year our photography club had a competition again, and I submitted some photos, but I did not win any award in this competition. But these are the photos I submitted. And this photo is what we call a photo composite. I took elements of different pictures and combined them together all into one picture. Here was another photo composite. I took the silhouette photo of my wife, and then I added the blood moon. I added the the Milky Way galaxy here to come up with this type of effect. This is the same pigeon, photo of the pigeon. It's a black and white photo of in perspective category. And then they also had a category for nature and then seasons. And this is a picture I took when we went on vacation to Grand Tetons National Park. Grand Tetons are a mountain range, as you can see here in the back, and there was a cabin in the front. And there's also one picture here of a candle with the flame. I didn't show you that. Then also, I love to go to a national wildlife refuge that is about 2 hours away from here, where they have a lot of birds that come on their migration pattern. A refuge is like a safe place to go to, but this is a refuge for animals, and it's in a town called Anahuac. But they had a annual photo contest, and I submitted photos for that competition. So they had photos, I think, every week, and I was lucky and to have won two awards. I submitted for week 4. I submitted this picture of a white ibis. It's a type of bird in flight, so you can see this is my favorite type of photography, as well as the astrophotography. And then I submitted a photo for week 5. This is a called juvenile. Juvenile just means young, red-tailed hawk. This is a hawk is a type of bird, and this is also bird in flight photography, which is my favorite. So, and I'm not showing you these pictures to brag, or boast, but I'm just showing you as an example of what I like to do. And I already had these photos already grouped together, so it was the easiest way to show you some of my photos. Here in the city I live in, there's a place called the Win Home, and they asked for local artists and photographers to submit their work or works of art for an exhibition. So I submitted a photograph that was they put up in the Win Home for the exhibition, and I submitted the photo of a bald eagle, and you can see that it's right here on the wall, and I'm standing right here. These are either paintings that were also part of the exhibit by other local area artists. So I was honored to have been able to be included in that exhibition. And the last thing here, there's an organization called the Woodlands Art League that I was a member of. It includes artists, painters, as well as photographers. So I had also dabbled in a little bit of, dabble means to kind of experiment, to try out a little bit of drawing. So I submitted some drawings that I have done, and this is a drawing of a called a finial. It was a stone item that I saw in the museum in Houston. So I just drew this with a pencil on paper, and also I drew this, and this is all hand drawn. This is not an actual sheet of paper. This is a drawing, and the wood here is all a drawing. So here I was able to I won first honorable mention, and here I won 3rd place in the drawing category, but I also submitted a photograph here of a bald eagle, and I was lucky enough to win first honorable mention. So that is my the video for today, talking about photography, which is a hobby of mine, or we can say a pastime, and again something that I'm very passionate about. So I hope you enjoyed that and found that interesting. So use this video as a means for listening comprehension, and you can turn on the subtitles and to help you out. So thanks for watching this episode of Learn Everyday English. Again, hit the like button and subscribe. Until next time, hey, we'll see you later. Goodbye.